So we're gonna do what everyone thought we would never do. Say bye to the tags. All right, guys, this is long anticipated. All right, we spent the last 2 days getting all this lumber. We drove all over Tulsa to get it. We tried yesterday, it did not work. I might show you some footage later, but as of right now, it's time to finally build a deck on this grain bin. All right, guys, these came out freaking awesome. Came out really, really well. I think they've cured enough that we can drill into, but we'll find out here in just a second. All right, so in the moment, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. We have to mark everything out, get it all squared up, and figure out exactly where we're gonna put the bracket. And then if we drill and it's still a little bit wet on the inside, we'll stop, but we got to get to that point anyway, so let's go ahead and do that, and we'll see if we can continue for the day. All right, guys, we've been working all for just a couple of minutes and already sweating. What we're doing, as you guys could tell, building up a frame and everything, getting it set up to make it easy so we could put our post out here up in the corners, and it'll be perfectly squared 10 by 10. And then that way we know where to put our bracket, where to drill the holes, and it's gonna be perfectly where it needs to be. It is a pain. You have to put the post up, do it, mark it, get all that, and then take it down. It is 100% worth the extra effort. All right, we tried what we could with what we had. The boards are too warped. Not working. I was hoping we can screw it on and kind of bend it into place, but every time we did, it wouldn't get squared. It's a real big pain in the butt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 8-foot posts, we're just gonna stand them up and pull tape the best we can and see if we can't square it up, see if they'll stay standing up. If so, we can trace it and go from there. If not, we gotta wait. Literally no lumber yards around here are open on the weekend. Yeah. So we had to drive all the way to Tulsa to get this stuff. Didn't even think about getting new 2x4s because I knew we had some here. Didn't think they would be warped, but they end up getting warped. So always something. Let's see how level this ground is. See if it actually stands up straight. It's not far off, I think, with the brackets. It'll be all right. Dang, that's on spot on. They came out pretty level. All right, so this board right here, you may or may not be able to see it. It's where a 5-foot, well, 10-foot, but it's 5 foot from the middle out. So we're gonna try to line it up the best we can, and then measure from the very front of the grain bin where we measured 5 feet out from the center, and then we'll measure from there to here 10 foot, and then as long as it's 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, 10 foot, and then 10 foot back, and then from this corner over there to that corner over there squared up, we're pretty good. I think we're gonna need to get boards. Now that we got it all squared up, we measured everything, we did everything we possibly could to get that frame around it as square as possible, get the post nice and level. Now we have these brackets, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna trace around the post on the bottom. That way we know exactly where to put our bracket. Then we can drill a hole, we can anchor it in, and then we can get our big post that we need, our 12-foot post, and stick it on there. Then we already have our bracing on the outside to hold it up in place. This is gonna help a lot. All right, guys, if you've been around a minute, you know we've done this before. We have our brackets, we're gonna bolt them into that, but we need to anchor this down to the cement, so we're gonna drill a hole. And the best thing ever, all I hear is the wind and not the generator, because we actually have power this time. That alone is huge. Please don't ask me why something always has to happen. I swear to you, everything is constantly trying to test my patience. And so, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to come out now. And my drill's starting to smoke. Come on. Why is it doing that? There you go, come on. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Always something. So normally I would go get the vacuum, the shop vac, but our dogs chewed it up, the puppies. So now, I just gotta try my best to get all that sawdust out. It'll work. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and put our bracket on there in place. And then we have our anchor. And what you wanna do, it just comes with your bolt, then your nut and your washer. Stick that sucker on there. Leave this above the threads. You're gonna wanna stick it down in there, hammer it in. Make sure it goes underneath this level. Should be plenty. Get you a socket. Tighten that sucker down. There you go. That sucker's on there. And then you want to rinse and repeat on the other one. All right, help has arrived. Yes. So she was working on a video for the Crocker Life, and I was able to get this done right now. Which this is huge. Yeah. It's gonna be an undertaking, maybe a little more than I expected. I didn't think it's gonna be that tall. Oh no. But it's gonna be huge. So as of right now, we need to try to get the post up by the deck and figure out exactly how high we're gonna go. And I think we should just go ahead and probably cut them to size, everything, and then stick them on there. Because once it's up and it's against the building, it's gonna be difficult. We still gotta cut these, and it's just very hard to do without knowing nothing's level, the ground's not level. So we're gonna have to bust out the laser, and I'm hoping it'll be bright enough during the day. Last time we had troubles, but this time it's pretty close. We'll see what happens. 9 foot's right there. All right, guys, after some thought, we went ahead and we just thought, that's super tall The hardest thing is going to be doing all that up there. So let's go ahead and build the bottom of the deck first. We went and picked up a little bit more lumber, got that. So we're going to knock the bottom out and then we'll work on the top. That way we can actually get on the ladder, be a little bit easier, because we're going to have to use almost the entire pole there at the very top, and that's super, super high. But it's not as high if you're on top of the deck. So let's go ahead and knock this out. This. Board from there to the outside edge. So unfortunately, we're just going to be using screws right now. There is a hole in the hose for the air compressor, so we can't use our nailer, but that's perfectly fine. We normally do screws for everything anyways, in case we mess up. You guys saw we took off the main framing because we don't need it anymore. That was mainly to line up these big posts. We got it done. We'll throw a couple more screws in this, and then we're going to go ahead and start bracing everything up and putting the boards across. And then this will be the step that every single person has complained about, tags being left on the deck. And why did we not cut the board straight? This is why. So we're gonna do what everyone thought we would never do. Say bye to the tags. Alright, so for everyone out there that complained about all that, you could find something new to complain about. There's no more tags, and it's all level all the way across. It looks great, but here is what we're gonna do. Since we just built this addition, we don't want just a straight line of all those boards connecting. We're gonna cut back on every other one and stagger them so it looks like it's supposed to have been built all together. That's why we never cut them. We didn't know exactly what we were doing yet or where we were going, so we just left them the way they were. So now we'll go in, we'll cut them out, we'll stagger them. If that doesn't make sense, let me show you. So unfortunately, using the saw, it won't cut all the way through. So I got me a little oscillating saw from Walmart. You don't have to have the most expensive tools. Just get a tool that will get the job done. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Just get the job done. Alright guys, so that tool actually works pretty good. It was like $20 at Walmart. We went to Tractor Supply and it was like $100, $150. So just go for the cheapo, get the job done, and it works great. So we're gonna hit it in the morning since today was a lot of running around. We're gonna get that done and then hopefully raise the roof. Alright guys, next day. We just did Coffee the Crockers, drank some coffee, got a little breakfast in us. If you haven't checked out Coffee the Crockers, what we do every morning. But right now, need to clean this up. You guys saw we did all this. The goal before that sun comes around, before it gets too hot, is to have the whole deck done on top of here, and then you guys will really understand what's going on. So I think that's a great way to start the day.
Let's go.
Then we have to work on the tractor, but I think you guys will probably see that on the Crocker Life, because I'm gonna get frustrated. Alright, so now that we got all these cut out, you guys could tell we left half a board wherever they connected, unless it was at the very end. So what we're trying to do is get this one to line up all the way with this post so it matches up perfect. So we need that exact perfect measurement. Make sure it fits in there good, which looks 79 3/4. So we said 79 3/4?
Yeah.
Oh. Your morning workout?
Yeah. So I need to be doing this and then some squats with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully. Is it all the way? Perfect. Try to even this out best we can. I'll have to go back and add a board under here to give it. It'll be all right, but. All right, guys, we beat it. The sun is not up over here. I'm pumped. I think that came out great. The seams on it came out really well. Some of the gaps, they do need to close up. You really have to feel the board, know how it is. Luckily, we have the experience. We've done it enough. And a lot of people before said, you need to leave big gaps. It'll mess up, blah, 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 all this stuff. We didn't leave any gaps whatsoever. We butted all these up, and there's perfect gaps. So whenever we had a real dry board, we tried to leave a gap. When there wasn't, we bundled it up together. But all of this looks freaking phenomenal. We'll leave it for about a week or so, and it'll dry up and start to match, and then we'll clean it all. You won't even be able to tell.
Clean it all and then stain it.
Yeah, once we stain it, you won't even be able to tell that we added that on. And that's the whole point of why we never cut the front off. We didn't know exactly where we were going yet, what we were doing, and it matched up perfect. So now we got to cut the front. That's a big tip too. Make sure, just put all your boards, hang them over, whether it's an inch, 2 inches, whatever. If you can sacrifice the end of the board, do it, and then cut a straight line after. Because if you do each cut, you will not get them right, and then this will be the straightest cut you can get.
Pop it.
now that we got this cut up, it looks nice and sharp. We can go back and put all the nails in there. We put all the screws to make sure it pulled the boards down good, it held them in good, and then we just go through and nail them all in, and it gives us a place, shows us exactly where to nail them in. Is it approved?
Stubbs approved.
Stubbs.
Oh, that's nice.
Approved, buddy?
You got stuff all over you.
So we went ahead and nailed everything in. We got a bunch of stuff done over there. We have a post back there. It's not hooked in. We've been looking at it, trying to figure out the best route to do this. You guys can watch the Crocker Life. That's where we put a lot of that behind the scenes stuff. And we also got the tractor. We got Loctite. We got everything in it. I have a feeling it might work.
Let's hope
We're gonna find out here in a little while, because we're gonna need the tractor to help load these beams. But we're gonna go ahead and start on the back. This is where it gets scary for me. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. So as you guys can tell, that board goes perfectly in line to where we put that post. So this is exactly where we want it, and it's bumped up against the grain bin. It's nice and level. So what we're gonna do is come in, we're gonna mark that, and then mark the back. And then now the scary part is we're gonna start cutting into the deck even more. There we go.
You got it?
Yep. Alright guys, so our problem is I cut it so tight it won't slide down in there, which is a massive problem. And it's so tight in there, it won't slide down, but we also can't take it out because it's gone in far enough, it'll start pulling up other boards. So I think I'm gonna have to pull out that one small section, and then the whole thing will go down, and then we could trim the other board and go down in there. I was trying to avoid that, but here we are. Too much. It's about to fall. Alright, so made it through. So this is all a lesson learned. We'll know on the next one. Just go ahead and take the board out, cut it a little bigger, whatever we need to do. Don't make it such a tight fit. So we're gonna go down on there, we're gonna lock it in, everything. We're gonna replace that board. We'll replace that board at the end. It doesn't really matter, we'll go ahead and pop it out, and then you guys can see how we're gonna brace it in there. You guys saw down underneath, it's on top of some 2x6s. We're really not worried about it rotting out or anything. If anything, we'll replace those boards with concrete later, but for now, it's just gonna hold the weight of the whole thing, and we're gonna lock it in there, and we're gonna lock it again against the grain bin. This is all trial and error. We've never done this. Not many people have in the history of grain bin houses. There's very few compared to everything else in the world. So all trial and error. I think this is gonna work out pretty good though. All right guys, so we went ahead and leveled it up so we know it's nice and straight going up, but down there you can see where we have the rafters or joists or whatever you want to call them going across. Well, it's 10.5 inches wide, so we're going to cut 2 boards and then sandwich them to that 2x6 so it hooks it into the deck, and then it's sitting on the 2x6 is on the ground. Again, if it rots out, it's not a big deal, so it'll have the weight on the ground, it'll be locked into the deck, and then it'll be locked into the grain bin. So all around, it's going to be locked in. Oh, I'm just very happy with that. It is nice and level, straight up and down with the front. You guys could tell. So we're going to go ahead and rinse and repeat and do the other side, and then the fun part starts is the top. It's going to be pretty wild getting that high up, but let's go ahead and knock that one out. And what we're going to use to hold them together is these 10-inch big old lock line master fasteners. These things are awesome. They're absolutely awesome. They actually say on here, let's see, it replaces 3/8 lag screws, and so these things are awesome. This is going to hold it together for now, really lock it in, and then we're going to have some big old bracing that we'll put on later, but for now this will do. Huge 10-inch screws. It's not going to fall off or anything?
It's not really, I don't know.
really or don't? Ow!
You okay? Do you want me to?
Just pinch the side of it off. I think we're gonna call it before it gets too bad. I almost fell off. The ladder almost fell. I smashed my finger. We're just gonna call it good. I'm very, very happy. Literally in about a day and a little extra, we built the whole deck and got this done. These are massive 6x6 posts. They are treated. They're super heavy. It's been a workout, to say the least. So we are very, very happy with this. I mean, I think people can truly start to tell what is going on. Just imagine the pitch going up, the triangle going up, and then having the big old roof and everything. So we have a couple of questions for y'all. Do we do black roof to match everything? Do we do gray roof to match everything? And then we have a question about the stairs. About the stairs.
So, with the stairs, do we just have them come down this way?
In the front?
Do we have them come down on the sides?
Only the
sides
sides?
Only. Or
And then, hold on. So sides only. This would be like a flower bed or something down here with the railing across the front.
Mm-hmm. Only thing about that is it would kind of take away
cover the
front,
door.
But it would still be gorgeous. Or just stairs all the way around.
So that's where we're at. Please, please, please let us know.
Yeah.
We have a lot left to do, but I am so thankful we got this much done today.
I'm thankful no one got hurt.
Hurt. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Hopefully, maybe we might be able to finish